from attacking nurses to breaking into homes.
I'm not playing with you, man.
These cops don't care who they put in danger to get what they want. Disclaimer. Rodney Dunn. On July 9th, 2020, Nicole Harper was traveling on a U.S. highway when Trooper Rodney Dunn clocked her, going way above the speed limit, and immediately flashed his lights for her to pull over. Even though Nicole had her blinkers on, she didn't pull over because she was waiting for an exit to pack safely. But Trooper Rodney got impatient and took matters into his own hands.
They hit the inside wall. They rolled over. Give me EMS started.
Instead of finding out how badly the driver was hurt, Rodney immediately started pointing fingers.
Can you get out? Come on out. Come out this way, right here. Come out this way. Can you come out? Yeah, hold on a minute. Can you get out your passenger door? Here, I'm gonna move this, watch your head. Why didn't you stop?
Because I didn't feel like it was safe.
Well, this is where you ended up. Watch your head. Can you come out this way? I got plenty of room right here.
Not even hearing that she was pregnant could get this trooper to feel bad for what he'd done.
Are you the only one in the vehicle?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm pregnant.
Well, ma'am, you've got to pull over when we stop.
I had my flashes
It doesn't matter,
on.
ma'am.
It was touch and go for a minute, but the baby pulled through. That didn't stop Janice from filing a lawsuit against Rodney and the Arkansas State Police.
If I had kids in the car, I mean, how he wouldn't have known. Did that matter? What was going through his head? What made him think this was okay?
The department later settled Janice for an undisclosed sum. Ka-ching! Pit maneuvers are one thing, but there's no way this officer was taught to break into homes in the police academy.
I'm not playing with you, man.
Mark Burke and Duncan Roberts. This might look like your average house burglar trying to break in, but this is actually an officer of the law. On June 9th, 2018, officers Mark Burke and Duncan Roberts responded to a home over a domestic disturbance. The girlfriend was not hurt, and the boyfriend, Clay Hawley, had locked himself in the house. When knocking didn't get his attention, one of the officers came up with the bright idea of breaking in. Clay soon heard the sounds from up front and spotted these officers turned burglars trying to force their way in.
Hey,
Don't try to break in my house.
answer the door.
I'm right here.
We've been knocking on the door. Open the damn door.
No,
Open the door. We're coming through it.
you have no right.
Yes, we do. Actually, yes.
A domestic occurred here. We're going to conduct an investigation. You can open the door or we can kick it in. We can kick it in. Open it or we'll kick it in. Because we're conducting an investigation.
This is my house.
Do you not understand? In a minute I'm going to kick the door open.
Open the
Then
door.
open the door and talk to us like a reasonable person. Open the door.
No, I don't have to open the door.
Then I'll kick it.
Go get your sheriff.
Then open the door.
Quit trying to jam in my door. That's ridiculous.
We didn't do anything to your door. We're trying to open the dang door.
Why?
Because you and your wife over here got in a fight. Open the door.
It's not my wife, my girlfriend.
I don't care. Whatever, whichever it is. Open the door.
I own this house.
I'm going to give you to the count of 3. If I kick that door in, you're going in jail for hindering an investigation. You understand that?
What are you investigating?
1.
What are you investigating?
A domestic.
2.
This is my house.
Alright, dude. You asked for it. Move out of the way.
Move out of the
Move out of the
way.
way.
Move out of the way.
Move.
Oh, you guys don't fucking work here no more.
Move out of the way.
Why?
You got a taser ready? 'Cause I'm gonna kick the door.
Move.
What are you investigating?
Move out of the way.
Come on.
Move. Open the door. I'll give you one more chance to open that door.
What are you investigating?
I just told you, open the door.
When Clay still refused to come out, Officer Mark took matters into his own hands, or should I say legs.
Stop! Stop!
I'm not playing with you, man.
I'll open the door. Stop!
Get on the ground.
Oh, yes, sir.
Get on the ground.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm on the ground. Yes, sir. All right. What did we tell you? You're right. You're right. I'm not trying to fight with you. What are you investigating?
A domestic.
The officers held Clay in the back of a patrol unit for nearly an hour, then later let him go without a single charge. As for the rookie burglars, they've been charged with criminal trespass, damaging property, and unlawful arrest. While this incident could be chalked up to officers doing too much, this next officer definitely watched way too much CSI. Robert Barano. On August 20th, 2020, Corporal Robert Barano, an officer with the Somerville Police Department, was on the last leg of a narcotics investigation when he pulled over 42-year-old Timmy Miles.
I know what you picked up. I know what you picked up over there, okay?
What I picked up?
Yeah. Come on. Get out of the car.
No, I ain't getting out the car till y'all tell me what's going on.
We're
now.
about to tell you what's going on. Come on out.
No, bro. What's going on? Let me record this.
Okay.
Y'all got y'all. What y'all got y'all
Yeah,
camera
we're
on?
recording right now, so come on
What's
out.
going on?
We got the camera on.
Yeah, come on out.
Tell you, all right?
Come on out.
Oh
'cause
no,
I
no, no!
wanna
Don't
have to
grab me!
force
Don't
you.
grab me! Don't grab me!
Well, we're telling you, giving you lawful order. If
saying
you don't
why?
get out, you're about to get ripped out of the car.
Well, go ahead.
So don't.
I got a back problem. Don't rip me out.
I'm not trying to do that. So
Well,
come
what's
on
going
out.
on then?
Come on out. We'll explain it
We're
to
gonna
you.
tell you, dude. Come on, step out of the car.
Let me go,
No, I'm not letting you go.
bro. Let me
This is
go,
your last
bro.
chance, man.
No.
'Cause you're... Get the f out.
Get on the car. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Hands behind your back. Why you punch me in my face? I don't know what's going on.
No, clear.
Yeah, pull them up.
Open the trunk.
If you got your camera, punch me in my face.
camera, bro.
Who punched me in my face?
If we need to do it, we need to fuck. We need to...
I'll follow up for you. 521.
Yeah, I sure do. I sure do. My face is hurt, man. People punch me. I'm a good citizen. Punch me.
Timmy's arrest was hinged on him picking up a package of narcotics from his porch. There was just one tiny problem.
I was going to 300, but we got the package still there.
Yeah, we have to make sure that we don't have anything.
They lost sight of the box, and this car left. We stopped it. He didn't want to get out. We had to extract them. It's not there. Yeah. Yep.
Someone sit on the outside.
We got them lookers.
Still on the porch.
It turned out the package that they thought he'd picked up was still in his porch, but instead of letting him go, Robert decided to do whatever they could to find something to pin on him.
I'm scared, man.
I do. Thank you.
Step out of the vehicle. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm 42 fucking years
probably
old.
should.
People getting killed. Y'all come, oh, step out the vehicle. That's not the way to act people, man. For real. One of y'all boy punched me in my fucking face and it hurt. I gotta go back into my children and my grandchildren. And they gonna have, I'm gonna have a fucking black eye because y'all what a black cop there. Hey,
Anybody get it?
Huh?
Anybody get it?
This Moses was your Winfrey John.
Where's search?
That dog.
Where's the
We have a
search?
dog.
I do not want a search on my car. I do not allow a search on my car. No. I do not conduct a search on my car. What you looking at?
Yeah, they called them. What's we do with the trunk open? Do they know? We thought there was a package in there.
Who, the driver or you guys?
We did. It was supposed to be a controlled delivery.
Gotcha. Yeah, if we can get that trunk closed for him.
Even though Timmy never gave permission and there was no warrant, a canine unit was brought to check the car.
I don't think. No?
They were so desperate to find something that they went digging through his car, but they still came up empty. That didn't stop them from charging him with possession with intent to distribute and disobeying a lawful order of police, but the charges were later tossed out. As for Corporal Robert, well, he wasn't that lucky. Robert was kicked off the force and charged with third-degree assault and battery. Losing your job because you're trying to set someone up has gotta hurt. What's worse than that? Losing it over a stupid childish prank. Dempsey Walters. Helicopters flying overhead. Officers in tactical gear. You probably think the guys being arrested committed a vicious crime, but would you believe all this is over a teenage prank? On the night of August 21st, a 15-year-old boy and his friends playing ding-dong ditch on random houses in the neighborhood hit Captain Dempsey Walters' house. Thinking it was another set of teens, he'd had a run-in with Dempsey, rushed to their home, and dragged the innocent boys out of their home.
Oh, your hands behind your back! Your hands behind your back! Hands behind your back! Hands behind your back! Stop resisting!
I'm not resisting. Please help me.
Yeah, I got 324 tap. We got 2 detained. 324 tap. 324 tap.
324 tap.
Yeah, go ahead, hook him up. Stop moving. Do not resist.
I'm not moving. I'm not moving, sir. I'm not moving. I promise I'm not moving.
Is there anybody else in the house?
No, no sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
Where's your parents at?
My mom's at work. She's on the phone. She's calling police. She's right at my phone right there.
You're under arrest.
Okay, for what?
Where did you just come from?
I've been here all day.
Okay.
I'm a friend. I came here.
Okay. Come on out here.
You go ahead and put him in my car.
10 more over tap. 10 more tap.
10-4, we still have 2 outstanding, correct?
Hey, from 2 outstanding. I don't know if we're late right now.
Get out real quick. Sir.
Meanwhile, another group of officers had found the real culprits.
On the ground, now! Down! Everyone down, I'm gonna leash my fucking dog. On the ground!
I don't have your
Down on the ground!
dog! I don't have your dog!
Turn around!
I don't have your
Turn
dog!
around! Shut the
I don't have your dog! I don't have your dog! I don't have your dog!
Shut
Once Dempsey heard, he rushed to the scene and dropped a knee on the 15-year-old's neck.
Hand behind your back. Other one behind your back. Other behind your back. Hand behind your back. Go ahead.
I can't breathe. I can't. I don't have anything. I don't have. Mommy. I don't want to.
You're going on, man. Sit up.
I don't have anything.
Shut up. Show me. What? Who asked you what?
What I did.
Shut the fuck up.
That wasn't enough for him. After the boys were put in the police vehicles, Dempsey tried to turn off his body camera and punched the handcuffed juvenile in the patrol car, leaving him seriously injured. Dempsey was suspended without pay and charged with 2 counts of felony assault and 2 counts of official misconduct. It'll take a miracle for him to make it out with his job intact. On February 8th, 2020, an officer with the Valdosta Police Department was on the lookout for a man harassing customers when he spotted 46-year-old Antonio Smith on the side of the road.
About suspicious activity, man.
Suspicious activity? What? Where about?
They say they got someone.
View that camera.
I told them what I was doing. Oasis Sans right here next to the El Rodeo.
I told them what I was doing. I was waiting for
my sister to Western Union, me some money. I always go there and get Western Union, and they know me.
Antonio was cooperative and even handed over his ID.
Hey, you got your ID on you?
Yes, I got my ID. What are you guys doing?
But he had no idea another officer, Billy Wheeler, was creeping up on him.
So what were you doing over there at the Walgreens?
Waiting for Western Union. Call my sister right now. She's in Florida. You have a cell phone, call her. Don't
call
me
who?
like this. Call my sister in Florida. Don't do this. What are you doing? Oh my God! What are you doing?
Put your hands behind your back like you're told. Put your hands.
What are you doing? Oh, Jesus. Oh my God. Oh, please.
Put your
I
hands.
wasn't doing anything. Oh my God. Jesus. Oh my God. You broke my wrist. Oh my God.
Stop.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he might be broke.
Oh Jesus. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Relax.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh Jesus. Oh, it hurt. Oh my God.
After shoving the 46-year-old and breaking his wrist, Officer Billy finally asked the question he should have asked before creeping up on Antonio and attacking him.
That's him? No,
that's the other guy.
The other guy is over there. They pointed out two different people. Okay. They got the guy with a warrant. This guy, I had just got contact with him.
I thought this was one with a warrant.
No, because there's two different people. That's why I was trying to figure out if I had missed something. He told him to put his hands behind his back. Because they pointed this guy out too. The people at the store pointed him out also.
We'll move you on, okay? Don't move your arm.
I'm so confused. Wait.
Okay, so
he's not the one with the warrant?
No. Apparently he has a warrant. So whenever they were talking to him, Swore said, "Hey, come over here and see if there's another guy," because that guy said, "Hey, there's another guy also."
Hold on, sir. Hold on. We got an ambulance coming, okay?
Their attempts to play nice were not going to save them from a lawsuit. Antonio sued the department and walked away with a chunk of cash, $350,000 to be exact, smiling all the way to the bank. Telling someone to put their hands at their back while having them in a bear hug might be the dumbest move on the list. Still doesn't beat officers locking an innocent guy up.
SAPD officials confirming today Ometu was not who they were looking for.
But first, in July 2022, an officer with the Volusia County Sheriff's Department was responding to a burglary alarm when he spotted 18-year-old Leanna Rollins pulling out of a driveway and made a beeline for her.
You stay here? What are you doing here? Turn the car off. Turn the car off now.
But things quickly escalated when he opened her door and forced his way into the car.
Turn the car off now. Turn the car off. Turn the car off now. Turn the car off.
Watch what you do, because I'll punch you in your Don't ever forget that. I'll punch you
Central, send me a second.
Let me go.
Hey,
let me
explain to you what we're doing.
Put your hands on me and I don't stay
responding.
Here. I don't give a
I'm responding to an alarm call.
Put your hands on me and I didn't turn up on you.
Turn around.
Watch your mouth. Oh my mama.
Nobody's under arrest.
Stop touching me.
Turn around. Ma'am, turn around.
Stop
You're not
touching
under,
me.
You're not under
I don't
arrest.
care. You came in this hostile. Don't you ever put your hands on me. I'll spit on you. Stop
under arrest.
Stop. Don't hold my hand. What the wrong with you?
Get down.
Hey, chill, bro. Chill, bro. They stop.
40 Central, have to step it up. Get down now. Get down now. Turn around and put your hands behind your back. Get down.
I don't care.
Get down.
What the
Get down.
Move in the car. Move it. Stop pushing me to the ground. Move. Okay, they just cheer.
Put your hands behind your back. Now. Turn your hands behind your back.
It was only after the violent arrest that the officer started asking questions, but nobody wanted anything to do with him.
Listen.
Move! Don't bro. She can talk to me. You can't say to me.
Check her
You can't say to me. Fix my cuffs.
I will if you would just hold on for a second, okay?
Fix my cuffs.
Turn around.
I asked way too many
times. I will, so just turn around and relax.
What are you guys doing?
No, what the are you doing? Do your job. Stop pressing on me.
Listen, come on.
No.
You know what's going on?
dropped my snatched her out of the car. Slammed her on her outside of the car, bro. And they still over here when we over there. We have right now, bro. They snatched her out of the car, slammed her on her face, bro. They still over here off my right now.
Then the officers bundled her into the squad car and took her down to the station.
Get out my face. Okay. The wrong with you? Fix my wrist. Okay, give me a couple minutes. Oh my soul. I swear.
Liana was charged with 2 counts of resisting an officer with violence and 2 counts of battery on a law enforcement officer. There was just one problem. Liana was not their guy. Also, the officer had pulled up on the wrong street, ignored 2 other vehicles, and just picked out Liana's. Sherlock Holmes would be turning in his grave if he had one. This kind of shoddy investigation has gotten lots of innocent people locked up, and that's not the only time it's happened. On the morning of August 25th, 2020, a San Antonio officer responded to a 911 call on domestic violence.
Where'd he go? To the back? What was he wearing? Does he have a beard? Does he have a beard? What did he look like? Black male?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Minutes later, he spotted Matthias Ometu out on a jog and decided he was the guy.
Hey, what's your name, brother? Well, you kind of match the suspect in the description of what I'm looking for. What's your name? What's your name? Why? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Okay, well, like I said, just come here. We're trying to figure this out, man.
I'm working out. Are you serious?
Do what?
I'm working out. I'm doing a run.
I just got a call for a family violence. What's your name, dude?
I'm not giving you my name. I'm just here working out.
Okay, if that's all it is, I just
let
need
me
to get your
go.
name. That's not. I need to know your name.
I'm not giving you my name. I don't have to give you my name.
Okay, why are you acting like this, man?
Because I'm working out and you're bothering me. I'm being bothered on a
Because
fucking
you
normal
match the
run.
description of somebody that just choked your girl.
Things quickly escalated when Matthias refused to tell him his name.
I don't have any information to give to you. I'm on the run.
What's your name then?
You're not getting that information.
Okay, well then you're going to be detained right now, okay?
Okay, for what?
For being a suspect in family violence until I figure out who you are. Okay. I'm going to put you in the back of my car, okay? Since you want to act like this.
No, I'm going to be right here.
No, you're not. You're going to the back of my car until I get
right
this
here. I
figured
didn't
out.
do anything. I want to sit right there in the grass.
Okay, you're going to sit in the car, okay? Until we get this all figured out, okay? Because you don't want to act like
No, don't tell me anything that I'm doing wrong. I'm not doing anything that I'm doing
All
wrong.
I need to know is your name.
So, did I break a rule? Do you know that did you see me do anything?
Match the description
Did you see
of a
me do
suspect.
anything?
I just talked to my complainant who said that she was assaulted.
Okay, go get her. Go get her and bring her here then.
Okay.
I'm not going anywhere.
Sit
Right
inside
here.
then.
I don't want to sit inside.
Just sit
I want to
inside.
sit right here. I want to be wherever you got me at. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't do anything.
After getting in touch with the victim, it was pretty clear that Matthias wasn't their guy.
Can you describe his shirt again? What color? Lime green is in like... So not like a neon green? I mean, was it bright, you think? Okay. The officer's on the way to come pick you up and then we'll talk again, okay? Okay, we'll see you in a bit, okay?
Even with that, they decided to force him into the patrol car.
Alright, here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna go drive to the apartment. We're gonna see if she IDs her. Nope, that's not how this works.
It's not going anywhere. You're legally detaining me.
I am legally.
Yeah, so I'm staying right here then.
No.
If I'm being detained, I'm staying
You
right
want
here.
to be released today or not?
I'm going to be released.
Okay, well, I'm going to
stay right here.
I just need
you
to get
detain
your
me
ID.
right here.
I just need
Know
to get
the
your
spot.
ID.
I'm not going anywhere.
Yes, you are. So, I don't want to have to do this for you. All we had to do, drive over there.
All you had to do was leave me the alone.
Why do you say that?
Because
you match the description of something.
Yeah, I'm sure I do.
You want to look at my key card?
Yeah. I'm sure I match the description.
Okay, well, you're going to get in the car. Come on.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm not getting in the car. I didn't do anything. I'm not.
Come on. Get in the car. Get in the car. Get in the car. Quit making this difficult.
After all this hullabaloo, the verdict came back.
You want SV or homicide?
I'm on both of this.
Is that him?
It's not him.
It's not him?
It's not him.
That's two separate cases.
Yeah, so I don't know what this guy's deal is. It's not him. It's not him though. This guy wanted ideas, but the suspect gave me, the victim gave me the suspect info. Well, the suspect matches description. Well, the suspect has a felony warrant. Well, I just showed her the picture of this guy, and she's like, no, that's not him. I don't know. He wanted ideas. I know.
So he was a suspect at some time, so that's still.
That's all it was. That's why we detained him.
Not only did the officers refuse to let him go, but they also tried to intimidate witnesses who had taken videos of what went down. Too bad the guy was a lawyer.
Hello. How are you doing, sir? I'm good. Officer Finley with SATV. Hey, just want to follow up with you guys. I understand there's a couple of people here that witnessed everything that happened out there. Is that you?
Do me a favor. Alright, please. Can I have that gentleman leave? I'll talk to you guys outside, but I didn't like what he was doing.
Why? What was I doing then?
That's my opinion. I'm a lawyer. You can leave my business, please, so I have to call the real cops.
Okay, well, we are real cops, and we're here to investigate a crime that you guys witnessed. You guys witnessed.
There's a criminal right there.
That's not a criminal. Okay. So that's what they're investigating. So I need to get your guys' identifying information so our detective can follow up with it.
You guys, because I don't like the way he handled that gentleman who's minding his business jogging. Even if he didn't fit a description, that's the norm that you guys use. I didn't like what he did. So I'm already telling him, I'm already going to be a witness against this gentleman. I already sent this to all the news stations. The mayor knows about it.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Okay, sir. You have your ID with you?
Look, I'm a lawyer, man. I don't have to cooperate whatsoever with you. If you want to take me in, please do. I'd love to file a civil lawsuit against you guys.
We're starting with step one, okay? I just need you. And is that your cell phone or is that your office phone?
That's the office number. That's the best number I'm going to give you.
Okay.
I know you guys have a tough job. I get that. But when you escalate things, not appropriate, especially in this day and age.
Okay, sir. That's fine.
Okay.
You're entitled to your opinion. That's fine. I'm not going to ask you about any of that. I just need y'all's identifying information so that it can go on the report.
You got
That's all public record. That's how we're going to do it, okay?
You got it.
What's your birthday?
Give me 1 second. That's actually a good idea. Thank you.
Matthias was charged with 2 counts of assaulting a police officer and released 2 days later on a $20,000 bond. The DA later dropped the charges, but Matthias wasn't ready to turn the other cheek and sued the department.
You missed out on a lot of things. A lot of things. You're put in a state that you have to address, or not address, adjust how you are.
You might be thinking, if he'd ID'd himself, things would have been different. Wrong. One thing dirty cops love to do when they make mistakes is double down. 2 Miami police officers responded to Hotel Victor over a 911 call about a man who threw hot coffee on a woman and a baby. They spotted 2 men in the lobby. One of them was talking to the victim. The other immediately decided he was their guy, and things went downhill from there.
He's trying to talk.
My sister.
I don't give a f who you talking to.
Hey, man, what is...
Sit the f down. Sit the f down. Turn this shit.
Hey, man.
Record it. Look, it's right here.
Okay, what did I do?
All right? So relax. If I tell you to look at me and talk to me, you talk to us, all right? This ain't a joke.
I didn't do anything.
All right, what happened?
I'm talking to my sister.
What happened?
I wasn't here.
You weren't here? No. Okay, so do me a favor. Stand up for a second. You're gonna be detained.
Why?
Take your
I
belt back
wasn't
off.
here.
Until we figure out what the fuck's...
We gotta figure out what's...
Listen, relax.
Okay, you don't have to judge me though.
No, yes, you're being detained. Drop your cigar. Drop your cigar.
After cuffing him, the officer finally gave him a chance to speak, but when the man called them out, the officers lost it and started screaming in his face.
Listen to me, we got a call that someone threw coffee at a lady. I get here and the witness says it's him. So you're talking to the female, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, hey, sir, let me talk to you for a second. I'm talking to my sister. No, this doesn't work that way, bro. I don't know where you're from, I don't know what's going on, but that's not how it works. All right, so what happened?
I just got here.
Okay.
That's what, you're not giving me a chance to talk to you,
Do you work here? Do you live here?
I am from Texas.
And you're staying in this hotel?
No.
Okay, so...
I was on the street, and I knew my nephew was in here.
Who's your nephew? The little baby?
It's my nephew.
Okay, and then is that your sister-in-law?
Yes, I'm coming to check on him. Ask her. Not when it was her.
Okay.
I just walked in.
No, he's not talking about you. Okay, so continue.
I just literally walked in. And I was talking to her, trying to get everything calmed down. I'm trying to figure out.
Okay.
I'm not being combative.
I'm not saying you're combative, but when we ask you a question, hey, sir.
Okay, but you have to understand. I haven't done anything wrong.
Well, you need to understand. We're here. We're running an emergency signal call here for someone to. Hey, if you don't want to talk, that's fine, dude. I don't give a shit. That's it. I'm not talking to you. I'm done.
Call Casey. Call Casey. Call my attorney. Call Casey. Tell her to call my attorney right now. Tell them they got me detained. What hotel we in? Tell them they got me detained for no reason.
Of course, no reason.
No reason at all.
At all.
Call my attorney right now. Get him on the phone.
That's not how this works.
That's all good.
After all this, you'd think he was at least their guy. Nope. Yet the officers didn't let him go. Not only that, but they also charged him with resisting an officer and lied in the police report that someone had pointed him out as the suspect. Too bad the body camera didn't agree, and the charges were later dropped. Framing a guy with no reason is a pretty dumb move. But wait till you find out why this officer was shaking like a leaf while making an arrest. On May 8, 2019, Clarence Evans was in the driveway of his Houston home with his wife and kids when Deputy Garrett Lindley tried to arrest him, claiming he was this wanted guy.
Calm down, Clarence.
No, hell
Sir.
no. He don't even know my name and tell him I have a warrant.
What did he do?
That's what I'm saying.
For what?
For what?
Warrant from Louisiana.
For what?
For what?
Yep.
I don't even live in Louisiana, so how would I have a... You don't know my name, so how can you tell me I have a warrant in Louisiana?
Sir,
stop.
Clarence,
Calvary
hold
coming.
Okay, but you know I have a phone. You don't even know me.
I already got you.
No, you don't even know me.
Sir.
You don't even know my name. Why would I trust you?
hello. I'm confused. He don't even live in Louisiana.
No. You don't. How can you tell me I have something and you don't know my name? You just pulled up in front of my house and I don't trust. Cause you shaking like you scared or something.
You're pulling.
Okay.
Trust you shaking like you scared.
He don't live in Louisiana.
So I don't even live in Louisiana. How the hell would I have a warrant in Louisiana?
Quentin, you already said your name was that.
My name is not Quentin. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Sir, his name is not Quentin.
Then let's see the ID and we'll be done.
Okay, hold on.
You told me three different names. You woke up and told me three different names.
Hold on.
That's the third name you just... No. No, I'm not gonna be the next you feel? No.
Clarence and his wife told the deputy his name wasn't Quentin, but the deputy continued to hold on to him till backup arrived.
Yes, I know who you are.
It's what's my name? Man, you shaking like you scared. I'm not gonna let you put me in handcuffs.
Please stop. Please stop.
My name is not no fucking Quentin. You don't even know my name and tell me I got a warrant in Louisiana?
Okay. Yes. You want me to show you the picture? Do you want me to show you the picture?
Show me the picture.
Okay, wait.
Just walk with me.
Walk with me.
No.
Please, he's not going nowhere. He's not going nowhere.
I need your supervisor.
I am the supervisor. Come on.
Well, let me see your stripes. Well, I need somebody
here to front of the car.
No, you're not going to get me to your car. No.
Sir.
You in my yard on my property.
Calm down.
Stop. You stop.
Who are you looking for? His name is not Quentin.
Let me see your
You think I'm looking because I got dreads or something?
No.
You just pulled up in front of my fucking house and told me I got a warrant in Louisiana. So what? That's my fucking dog.
That's our dog. That's our dog. Go in the house.
Look, man.
Sir, that's our dog.
Don't you touch me while you shaking. You need to step back and calm down. No, that.
Sir, his name is not Quentin. That's our dog.
You just told me three different names. You pulled up on some bullshit talking about I got a stolen dog. My dog is Chip. I got Chip in my dog.
We have
dog since he was born.
Let me see the ID.
And then you talking about some shit in Louisiana, then you say my name is Quentin. My name is not no fucking Quentin. I'm not telling you my name, but it's not Quentin. I'm not telling you my last name.
You just come here and put your hands behind your back then, okay?
No.
Sir, what did he do anything?
I'm talking about my fucking dog, that's mine.
That's our dog. We can go get you the papers.
You just seen me walk out my house and then just came and pulled in front of my yard.
Please calm down. Who are you looking for?
Yes, I want to. I want to do this so we're done and over with. Okay?
Okay, well, you shaking and you
no, you're pulling on me, so just, okay. Right here, we're good. Okay.
After forcing Clarence's wallet out of his hand, this dumb cop took one look at his ID and realized he'd made a terrible mistake.
Please stop.
Two of y'all, it's gonna take both.
Please stop. Please leave him alone, please. No, please, that is not him. Please leave him alone.
Man, get out of my yard, man.
I need to do a report on this. I need to do a report.
No, you need to get the out of my yard. You just said I'm somebody named Quentin. You got dreads and he black. Come on. What the is that shit?
Okay, come on.
Nah, that. But now you want to leave, right?
No, I want to do reporting.
No, you need to get somebody here that's over you, because you just made the biggest mistake. Why the you put in front of my yard because I'm black with dreads and tell me I got a warrant?
Okay. No, he just. How the kids was out here? No,
the kids.
Okay. Oh my God.
What, you need to get the sergeant that's over here.
He's my sergeant.
Oh my God.
The picture didn't look.
But he didn't even ask for his name.
Don't leave now. Stay here. Let me see that picture. Get that picture on.
In December 2020, YouTube user Brian B. showed up at the North Brunswick Police Department to make a complaint. 2 weeks later, he was home wrapping Christmas gifts when officers showed up at his door asking about a 911 call that had been made from his home.
Can I help you? Can I help you?
Yeah. Everything all right?
Everything's fine.
Call.
From here?
Yeah. Are you the only one home?
No.
Who else is home with you?
My girlfriend and my roommate. Everybody's fine. Nobody called.
Somebody called and they said it came back to this address, and it said they told us there was yelling or something in the background initially. Then they hung up and they haven't been able to get in touch with everyone since. So that's
Nobody called. Everybody's fine.
all right. Can we talk to them real quick?
No.
No, we need to.
Well, you're not.
We need to.
It's not gonna happen.
You don't understand how this works. We got a 911 call from this address.
Nobody called 911.
How do I know that?
Bro, do I have to prove something to you right now?
Yes. We have to speak with everyone who lives here to make sure they didn't call 911. As soon as we speak with everyone, we confirm everything's fine, we leave. That's it, man. We just make sure everything's fine. Why are you giving us such a problem?
Well, because you're over here shining a f***ing flashlight in my apartment. You're over here shining a flashlight. Let me finish what I was saying. Into my f***ing apartment. I'm in here taking care of Christmas gifts, watching the UFC fight. You guys come over here banging like a bunch of fucking animals. No one called 911. And you're giving me a hard time. You're still shining a f***ing flashlight at me. Turn your flashlight off.
The officers were looking for a way to get into the house, and when he began shutting his door, they got their chance to force their way in. But even when the officers verified that no one had called and no landline was in the home, they still refused to leave.
What do you want to sort out? What have we not sorted out?
It's a landline, okay?
Okay, no, there's no landline here.
But there's still one registered to this house.
So what do you want me to do for you?
So there, we solved with a 911.
Okay, so get the f*** out now.
Sir.
No, sir. You just slammed the door at me. Get the f*** out of the house.
You don't close the door on the police.
I don't give a f***. You have no right to enter.
We do, actually.
No, you don't. It's a warrantless entrance, so get the f*** out.
As if that wasn't bad enough, they got even more officers to barge into the house.
Okay.
Get out.
Okay.
Get out.
We don't want to be an issue.
Name and badge number. Name and badge number.
Explain everything, okay?
Name and badge number. Name and badge number. Name and badge number.
What do we got?
Name and badge number.
He went to close the door on my face. He's pissed off to push the door. Okay. And now he won't give us his
Who else is upstairs?
I want you to go. I'm not going to give any of you my information. You're not scaring me. I'm not answering any questions. Please get out of my house.
You understand why we're here, right?
I don't care why you're here. Get the f*** out. Turn that off. Turn that light off.
Let me explain this to you.
Jesus Christ. There you go. You see. How many of you does it take to see? What do you want to look at?
Can I explain something to you?
I don't want to hear what you have to say.
You have people you care about.
I don't care.
Then they tried claiming he had no right to not let them in.
What do you guys want from me?
This is my boss, sir.
Keep him away from me. I don't want you touching me,
You
dude.
don't know what's going on, sir.
Yeah, this is all.
You just sitting here, got a bang on the
I have an internal affairs complaint on one of the sergeants, and now this shit happens. This is retaliatory. This is another one going to internal affairs. I'm telling you, you guys don't know how to fucking quit. Any of you. I want you guys to leave. I don't care. They don't care. They don't care. No one cares. We want you out. I don't understand, like, you guys can't take a fucking hint. You think you have a right to push my fucking door in. Your cops pushed my door, hit me with the door right there. I'm unarmed. I have a fucking camera.
Technically, what you did could have been obstruction. You're on a lawful police investigation.
Then take me for it. I want you to take me for it.
I didn't observe it, but from what they're telling me. I'm just telling you technically it is, okay?
Then let's go. I'll take it to court.
Finally, the 9 officers went on their way.
Okay, so what do you have to figure out? What do you have to figure out?
If anybody was in need of assistance, man.
No.
Does anybody need assistance?
I have zero need for assistance.
Perfect.
I'm trying to go back and finish watching this movie.
Alright.
So can you please?
Yeah.
Please, okay, please go.
Perfect.
Have a good day. Take care. Take care. Bye.
Have a good day, man.
Yep, go f yourselves.
If you're wondering if they ever made it to the person in trouble, it turned out the call was from a hang-up line that doesn't exist. Very suspicious. Just as suspicious as this trooper who lied about what he saw in a guy's car to arrest him.
I could visibly see foil packs inside the center console when it was lit up as well.
But first, in March 2020, Dr. Paramjit Parmar was driving into his refugee center when he spotted a police car in his way and honked. Officer Justin Henderson of the Aurora Police Department immediately rushed out of his vehicle, pointed his gun at the doctor, and swore at him.
Let me see your fucking hands. What are you doing?
What did you say?
To send me a routine to...
You're on my property, leave.
Stay in the car.
No.
Of Galena.
You're in my property, you can get off it now.
It's your property?
I own it. You can get off it now.
Okay, can you show me?
I don't have to show you anything.
Okay, but you first off don't drive up on a police officer that's sitting there like that.
You don't swear at me.
Okay, well...
You don't sit on my property without asking.
I didn't know it was your property.
Please leave the property now.
Okay, well...
You're trespassing. There's signs that say trespassing.
What? I'm not trespassing on your property.
Please leave the property. Okay. I got stuff to do. Come on, be on your way.
No, I'm going to figure out whose property this is first.
Get off the property, I gotta unload crap.
Okay, well, we're gonna figure out whose property this is first, because I'm not taking your word for it. You know you're going in on the wrong way, too.
You know you're sitting in my property. What's your name? Jay Henderson.
Officer Henderson. So I also clear people off of your property all the time that are trespassing.
Once the officer saw Paramar put in the code and step into the building, he should have turned tail and left. Instead, he continued following the doctor around.
You're making it harder for me to serve your community. If you'd get off my property, I'd appreciate it. I got better stuff to do than to placate you on a Sunday night. I'm trying to do some work to help your community here, okay? You can leave now.
As if that wasn't enough, Henderson called backup to help him against the doctor's dangerous horn and tried to paint him as the bad guy for not rolling out the red carpet with a gun pointed in his face.
And he comes rolling in here like he's about to assault me with his car, and then he's mad at me that I cuss at him. Now he's videotaping me.
When the doctor continued to insist the officers get off his property, Henderson tried threatening him with an arrest.
Is there a reason why you came in the way you did, like you were gonna freaking...
Do I have to answer your question? No.
That's actually, yeah, you do, because
it's easier to unload my car from this side.
It's actually careless driving.
When that didn't work, Henderson tried to pretend he was doing the doctor a favor by not giving him a ticket.
I could very well cite you for careless driving if I wanted to.
Go ahead, please do it. You got two of your other folks here.
It turned out that the good doctor had every right to stand up for himself.
Yes, you should write Aurora City Council. Yes, write your own city council. Give your money till it hurts. Give your time till it hurts.
A year earlier, Henderson had shot and killed a 22-year-old man having a mental episode. He was cleared of all charges. This time, he was suspended for a week without pay and ordered to go for de-escalation training. Drawing your gun because someone honked at you sounds absolutely insane. Almost as insane as the lengths this officer went to nail an innocent guy. In May 2023, YouTube user iYoung City got pulled over by Maryland State Trooper Cody Holder for speeding.
Mr. Henderson, how you doing, boss? Alright, man, I'm Trooper Holder with the Maryland State Police. You're being audibly and visually recorded, okay? Alright, you know why I stopped you? Sure don't. You know how fast you were driving? 35. Back here? Back here? Okay.
When he handed over his license, the officer tried getting his friend's ID, but he wasn't having it.
Do you have any ID on you?
Nah, you pulled me over. He don't need his ID. You don't need that. He pulled me over.
That's what I'm saying.
Trust me, Black. You don't need. He pulled me over. You ain't got nothing to do with this traffic stop.
Listen, you don't have to identify yourself. Okay, I'm just asking if you would mind just giving me your name, just so I know who I am.
No, he don't.
That's all.
Here you go.
Instead of giving him a warning or a ticket, Holder ordered him out of the vehicle and things took a bizarre turn.
Your friends gonna make this a little more complicated than it has to be. That's just his.
Nah, his friends know his rights.
He's like,
wrong with you? He can't search my shit. He on though. He followed me since Canopy, right? Pulled me over to him like, cause he knew I live right here, so he wanted to pull me over before I get to the house. Nah, I'm stopping at my house, shawty. Camera 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what I'm saying? And I'm recording, and he about to go on YouTube.
It was soon clear what Holder was trying to pin on him.
I don't give you permission to search my car. You a tough guy, huh? Get that shit off your arm first before you try to act tough, boy.
Unlock your car.
Nah, for what? For what? For what? For what? Give me a reason. What you going in my car for?
Unlock your car.
For what? You talking about traffic. What are you going in my car for? What is he going in my car for? Give me the reason. Marijuana? Come on, man. It smell like marijuana? That's your excuse? Okay. 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 Ooh, I love this. Excuse me, stop coming up to me. Stop coming up to me. Stop coming up to me.
After breaking into the car, the officer began to search and search and search, but he couldn't find anything.
All right, man, you can sit back in your car.
When he confronted the officers, they had nothing to say to back up the illegal search.
It says it smells like marijuana, right? Where the marijuana at? It ain't against you or you. You feel me? Come on, man. Marijuana is legal in July, bruh. And listen, like I said, it don't got nothing to do with you or you. Marijuana is legal in July, right? So if he did find marijuana in here, July 1st, they gon' what? They gonna throw it out, right?
But that's not the end of it. The man followed up the case and got the video on the officer's body cam where he lied to get into the car.
I could visibly see foil packs inside the center console when they open it up as well.
Lying to get more information might sound like a dirty move, but officers do it all the time. YouTuber Clear Lake Community Watch, aka Mr. Watch, was out for a drive on July 20th, 2022 when he spotted a police car on the side conducting a traffic stop. Mr. Watch shouted a police slur at the officer and continued on his way.
The police!
He soon realized that the officer, Deputy Vega, had left the traffic stop and caught up with him to pull him over.
Why do you pull me over?
I'll tell you that if you roll it down.
Why can't you tell me now?
Because the reason I pulled you over is you were yelling something from your car.
So what?
Huh?
So what? That's why you pull me over? Because I'm yelling?
I don't know if you need help or anything.
Oh, I don't need help. Thank you.
At first, Officer Vega pretended that he was conducting a welfare check. When that didn't work, he came up with something else.
Let me see your driver's license real quick.
I don't need help.
Okay, you guys see your driver's license?
What for?
Can you use the turn signal when you make turns?
Of course I did.
Let me see your driver's license.
You can hear the sound on the dash cam too.
Let me see your driver's license.
Seeing that Mr. Lake had a license to carry, the officer shifted his questions to guns.
I don't wish to answer questions.
You have to let me know if there's a weapon in the car. Did you not take the class?
I did.
Did they tell you you have to tell them?
When you demand identification, I have to display this. That's what they told me in the class, that's what the law says.
The officer wants to take the weapon.
And actually, if I don't display, there's really not much you can do because there is no penalty attached to that. I have to carry this if I'm carrying this.
Are you carrying?
I don't answer questions.
Okay, so if you have a weapon in the car, then what?
You got one on your hip. So what?
But Mr. Watch was not interested. As if he wasn't getting tired of getting owned, Vega, ignoring the tightly wound windows, made yet another bogus allegation.
Do I smell alcohol in your breath?
No, you don't.
How do I know?
Because you can't smell my breath?
I can smell something coming
Oh,
out.
really?
Let's see. Let me do some field sobriety.
I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, where are you coming from?
Huh?
Where are you coming from?
You saw me where I was coming from. Are you done with this?
I'm done with that, yeah.
All right, cool.
Where are you coming from?
I don't answer questions, I've already told you.
This is the face of an officer trying to teach someone a lesson. Unfortunately for Vega, the only person getting schooled was him. After keeping Vega waiting a couple of minutes, Vega came up with another made-up allegation.
I'm sorry?
You have insurance on the vehicle?
Yeah.
Can you show it to me, please? It doesn't come back.
Of course it comes back.
Not on my system, it doesn't. Also, it's not typical behavior for somebody to be yelling out of the vehicle. Have you had anything to drink tonight?
All Vega could give Mr. Watch was a warning.
I've never met anybody quite like you that would yell at an officer doing their job, but
So,
you have a great
let
day.
me
There's no
understand.
warnings, no fines, no penalties.
May I ask you a question?
Questions on there? There's the address.
Yeah,
There's
no, I
the-
have a
there's
question.
an incident
Can you
number
get your
on the thing right
supervisor here, please? Is the stop over?
there. Stop is over, you may leave.
All right.
Please don't exit until I get out. Until I leave.
Well, you said the stop is over, right? Okay, I'm not getting out. I will. Okay, there is no need to draw your weapon, man. Are you fucking drawing your weapon, you fucker? I didn't get out of the car. You told me that already. Yeah. Did I get out of the car? Go f yourself. Yeah, right over there you can.
That had to be embarrassing for the cop. The only thing worse is for an officer to scream like they're right, only to have a supervisor cut them down to size. In July 2023, Officer Blasher responded to a call about a bunch of people trespassing on a property. When they tried to show their IDs from their phones, the officer lost it.
That suspicion isn't a crime. We're in full uniform, Miss Lady. We're not doing nothing wrong. What do you mean this ain't a uniform?
She is not in full uniform.
She has it on her phone.
So what? I could get anything on my phone.
She has her badge, her name.
I don't care. She should have her badge around her neck. Give me her name. Okay.
And
Let
we
me
got
ask you
appointments.
this. Let me ask you this.
Can I get a supervisor?
If I call,
Can I dig in my pocket to grab my phone?
Sure, you can get your supervisor as well.
Okay, no, I want your supervisor.
Oh, I don't.
Well, can you call one?
I don't have one on duty.
What do you
right now?
D. Blasky. All right.
Give me.
I'm gonna give you. You gonna get what you gotta get coming.
When things weren't going her way, the officer radioed for backup but lied about what was going on, not knowing one of the men had overheard her.
Make sure you're telling the right thing. You ain't doing nothing wrong.
I know you're not.
I know you ain't doing nothing wrong, right?
I'm not saying you're doing it.
Right.
You can cancel that. I didn't say you're doing anything wrong, but I want you to identify yourself because you're going in and out of all these buildings. That's all I asked for, right?
Not even telling her to call her supervisor was enough. She remained aggressive and combative.
We don't have to give you.
Go over that.
We don't have to give you.
You're not
All
talking to me like that, young lady. All I asked you for was your identification and who you work for. That's all I asked for.
Miss Lady, and I will
That's
give you.
all
Would you
I-
like my lawyer's
Don't
number?
stand
on law, though. Would you like my lawyer's number? Guys,
I am not speaking to you.
I'm talking to you.
I'm speaking to you. I will be looking
Why
at
are you
you.
being so hostile, Miss Lady? My face.
Finally, her supervisor arrived and he sided with the workers, leaving her to eat her words. Ryan Speakman. On July 4th, 2023, there was a chase in Ohio between a commercial truck driver, Jadarius Rose, the Circleville police, and the Highway Patrol. Rose had been stopped by the police because his truck was missing a mud flap. He stopped but took off when he saw a gun aimed at him and called 911. Minutes later, he stopped and exited the vehicle, only to find himself surrounded by a whole bunch of officers shouting orders at him. But one order was way louder than all the rest.
Do not let them, don't release the dog. Do not release the dog with his hands up.
This order was directed at Officer Ryan Speakman. Speakman had just arrived with his canine and immediately shouted orders at Rose.
Police canine, you're gonna get bit. Police canine, you're gonna get bit. Final chance, you're gonna get bit.
Before troopers could blink, Speakman sprinted across the greens with the dog and released it.
Search it. Here. Down. Here, nay!
Sensing Rose was not a threat, the canine ran to the troopers first before Speakman ordered it to attack the unarmed man.
On the ground! On the ground! On the ground! Get it up! Get it up and don't take my arm!
The troopers immediately yelled at Speakman to get the dog off Rose, but the officer didn't listen.
We're reaching! Get it out!
Even with an officer holding down Rose, Speakman kept the dog's teeth on him. By the time the dog was taken away, Rose was in a horrifying state. Speakman kept trying to justify his actions, but the troopers were not fooled.
I think it's pretty well. I think it's a justifiable bite. That's why they seem mad at me for it. He wasn't complying. I mean, am I wrong?
Was that not loud enough?
You said it 3-4 multiple times.
When they confronted him about not following orders, Speakman muted his camera.
Muting law enforcement.
Rose was taken to the hospital and later charged with failure to comply with an order. He's gotten a lawyer and is revving up for the mother of all lawsuits. As for Speakman, he's been kicked off the police department without the dog. If you think that's the only time officers have attacked someone who was complying, wait till you see what happened to this unarmed guy. But before we get to that, Officer Dennis Turner. Here's something you don't see every day. In September 2019, Kaya Roll, a 6-year-old first grader, was having a meltdown in school. During her tantrum, she kicked and punched a staff member. After taking the first grader to the principal's office, the school, Lucius and Emma Nixon Academy, came up with the wise idea of calling the police. Enter Orlando police officer Dennis Turner. He'd been with the force for 23 years. After discussing with the principal,
okay, she's gonna have to come with us now.
Okay, Kai. You
Stand
gotta
up.
go with them, baby girl.
Stand up.
Turner handed zip ties to his partner. The 6-year-old had no idea what was happening.
What are those for?
It's for you.
Keep your hands, okay? Come over here, honey.
As the officer tied her hands behind her back, Roll started to sob.
No! No, I don't want to come No!
Turner then led the 6-year-old out of the office and marched her through the school as she screamed and pleaded.
Please let me go.
Tell me what happened on the car, okay?
I don't want to go to the police car.
He ignored her pleas as he lifted her into the car and shut the door.
I don't want to use it. No. Please.
Officer Turner returned to talk to some teachers who were very upset.
Yes. And if she was bigger, she would have been wearing regular handcuffs. But
He boasted that he'd arrested kids before.
the youngest I've ever arrested was 7. And he was stealing out of Albertsons and thought it was a joke. All the rest of the kids were crying and he was laughing. So that's the only reason he went to jail. He didn't think it was serious.
The school thought she should be coming right back, but Turner had something different in store for the 6-year-old. He took her to the Juvenile Assessment Center, where she was charged with battery, fingerprinted, and even got a stool for a mugshot. When Roll's grandmother heard what had happened, she immediately took to the airwaves and the story spread like wildfire.
Investigators say the 6-year-old and an 8-year-old were both taken into custody yesterday on unrelated charges. Now Orlando police are launching an internal investigation into this case.
I said, what do you mean she was arrested? Say there was an incident and she kicked somebody and she's being charged and she's on her way. She's arrested and she has a charge. She's charged with battery. She has a medical condition that we're working on getting resolved. So he says, what medical condition? So I said, she has a sleep disorder, sleep apnea. He says, well, I have sleep apnea and I don't behave like that.
The state immediately dropped the charges against the 6-year-old and her record was expunged.
The criminal process ends here. I refuse to knowingly play any role in the school-to-prison pipeline at any age.
As for Officer Turner, he was fired and the department has been sued for $50,000.
On behalf of myself and the entire Orlando Police Department, I apologize to the children involved and their families. We could not fathom the idea of a 6-year-old being put in the back of a police car.
Getting tossed out for arresting a child is bad enough, but it's nowhere near as bad as what Officer Rodriguez did to an unarmed man. Matthew Rodriguez. Jaquan Smith's day was not off to a good start. The 19-year-old was in the Warren Police Department jail after being arrested for charges involving carjacking and possession of weapons. But his day was about to get much worse. Smith was in the fingerprint room with Officer Matthew Rodriguez awaiting fingerprinting. The two appeared to exchange words when suddenly Rodriguez attacked the teenager and just wailed on him. 2 officers rushed in but did little to stop Rodriguez from punching the teenager in the back of the head and slamming it into the ground. And Rodriguez wasn't done yet. After dragging Smith from the floor by his hair, Rodriguez bundled him out and threw him headfirst into a holding cell, slamming the door behind him. Smith suffered a number of injuries from the assault.
There were no broken bones. He did have, there were contusions. There was the head trauma from being, the blunt force trauma from being slammed into the concrete, from being punched in the face, which was another head trauma.
This wasn't the first time the Warren police officer had been accused of using excessive force, but it would be his last.
No one's above the law, including Mr. Rodriguez, who took an oath of office, and as such, he will be prosecuted just as anyone else would be prosecuted, but it gives a black eye to all law enforcement, and it gives a black eye to the ones that try to do their best every day.
Rodriguez was fired from the department and charged with misdemeanor assault and deprivation of rights. Smith has sued the department for a whopping $50 million. Officers can do really foolish things in the heat of the moment, but what happens when they pull dirty tricks on purpose to get people in trouble? Courtney Brown and Christy Wilson. There are many things you can use a coin toss app for, but you'll never guess what these officers used it for. In April 2018, Sarah Webb was speeding to work when she got pulled over by Roswell police officers Courtney Brown and her partner Christy Wilson. Webb was apologetic and tried explaining she was running late for work.
You know how fast you were just going, ma'am? I'm so sorry, I'm late for work.
But the officer wouldn't hear a word of it.
So you could go over 80 miles per hour on 92? No, ma'am. Do you have your driver's license and your insurance card? Turn off the car and pass me the keys, please.
After getting Webb's license, Brown headed to her patrol car. Then she revealed something unexpected. She had no proof Webb was speeding.
I'm gonna take her probably for reckless. Okay. She flew past me going probably 80, 85 on 92 in the wet road. She said she's running late for work. I had to get up to 90 to catch her. I mean, I don't have any speed detections at the same time, but...
Brown and Wilson couldn't decide what to do next.
What do you think?
So these law officers decided the only way out was a coin toss. Yes, you heard that right. Brown handed her phone to Wilson, who opened a coin flip app, and the two started speaking in codes.
Who's that?
A head, R tail.
Okay.
The two officers giggled, hearing the digital coin. Wilson told Brown that it was tails.
This is tail, right?
Yeah.
Clearly not the first time they've done this, but instead of releasing Webb, Wilson had something else up her sleeves and mentioned the number 23.
So really?
23.
Brown replied with the word, which seemed like another code for arrest.
Michael Jordan? Hi.
Then the two giggled as they came up with charges to arrest Webb.
So I got too fast for... Let me write this down.
Too fast for conditions.
Is it reckless?
Yeah, you can do reckless, and then speeding. And you're just gonna have to mark the pace one instead of the...
I mean, either way, the speed limit here is what, 45?
Yeah, 45.
She was going way...
Yeah.
I mean, because I haven't done one like speeding like that, so that's why I'm a little bit unsure.
Webb was expecting a ticket and was shocked to find herself in cuffs.
Why did you find out? Step out of the vehicle. Turn off, put your hands behind your back. Because, ma'am, you're driving entirely too fast for conditions. You put a lot of people's lives in jeopardy, okay? Could you do me a favor and step in front of my vehicle, ma'am?
She cried all the way to the station, not quite believing what was happening.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I really have to be at work. Is there any way I can just pay a ticket?
She had no idea a coin had determined her fate. It was when the video got out 2 months later that Webb realized she was the butt of a very sick joke.
They're very degrading and rude and mean. I was very angry and upset. It just hurt to know that, you know, these people are supposed to be looking out for you, and it was a game to them.
Both officers were fired from the police department and charges against Webb were dropped. One thing with body cameras, they always catch officers saying and doing stupid things. Just like when Officer Bogard was caught saying the most shocking things. Officer Joseph Bogard. In September 2017, Columbus officers confronted Timothy Davis at a convenience store over multiple arrest warrants. When he refused to comply, the officers beat Davis till his pants fell off.
Put your hands behind your back. I'm not doing no shit. You ain't complying, bruh.
6 officers finally pinned Davis to the ground, face down, but they continued to punch and electrocute Davis with a taser. By the time Davis was cuffed and arrested, he could barely walk and had to be dragged away and lifted into the police van. At the station, Davis was carried inside to be charged and booked. Davis' assault was so brutal that when he appeared in court, his face was still busted up and he couldn't walk. Davis suffered kidney failure and had a couple of broken ribs. A cell phone video of the assault went viral and the community was outraged.
I'm fighting for all of us, black, white, brown, poor, Muslim, Christian, it doesn't matter. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves.
That video was horrible.
So we're giving you 7 days to explain this video to the citizens of Columbus.
Investigations do take time, unfortunately. We don't have everything available to us at the moment. 7 days is a stretch to get an investigation done.
But it wasn't just because of the excessive use of force, it was because of the shocking comments one officer made over his body camera.
What are we tasing for? Why don't we just choke the life out of him?
I think they did for a while.
Good.
That's the voice of Officer Joseph Bogard, and that wasn't even the worst thing he said that night. While paramedics looked Davis over, he began gasping for air and calling for help.
Oh, stop it.
Not only did Bogard brush it off, he laughed and made even more shocking statements.
Then maybe you shouldn't have fought like an asshole.
I can't breathe, sir. Help. You got the probes out?
Yeah. It's exhausting, but I'll try.
I'm a little aroused at this, Davis. Just so you know, he's one of those guys that I'd have to choke him. Yeah. Like you'd have to put him out. Yeah. And you have to fight him. You have to choke him. Yeah. No, I'm gonna real armbar you, and then when that still doesn't work, I'm gonna choke the life out of you. And then while you're drooling on yourself.
Bogard hadn't even been there during the takedown. He'd only shown up after the arrest, but this talkative mouth landed him in hot water. Bogard was suspended.
The officer's been relieved of duty, taking his badge and gun away from him until we know whether or not those comments reflect the type of behavior that he exhibits out there on the street towards our citizens.
As for Davis, he sued the department for excessive use of force and won a $225,000 settlement. If you think getting caught by your camera is rare, watch as one officer is caught literally red-handed by his own camera. Marco Burke. Body cameras are supposed to catch perps in the act, but sometimes the perps are the ones wearing the badge. That's precisely the case of Marco Burke, a Middle Tennessee State University police officer. Just after midnight on May 10th, 2018, Burke was directed to respond to a car crash involving a reckless driver. When Burke arrived, he found an abandoned vehicle. After a brief sweep of the vehicle, Burke returned to his car and reported nothing unusual going on.
Just the vehicle is unoccupied. That's it.
But before the end of his shift, he was placed under arrest and charged with 5 counts of theft while working. Why? Well, the car was bait, and the cameras it had captured Burke in a compromising position. But this story had started months ago when an AR-15 gun had gone missing from a police locker. Suspicion fell on Burke, but he denied it, so the police chief set up a sting to catch him red-handed.
Was he going to report these items as being part of the inventory of things taken from that car?
They'd hidden $1,100 in cash and bottles of OxyContin filled with sugar pills in the car and set up hidden cameras. But it was Burke's body camera that sealed his fate. It captured him rummaging through the bait car and picking the items that had been planted.
Then Burke also grabs $1,100 cash and another bottle of pills.
Moments later, he returned to his squad car where you hear the sound of shuffling papers, possibly counting his ill-gotten loot. That night, he was forced to explain to his wife why he wouldn't be coming home.
I got caught up in something, and got in trouble. I know what I did. He did his thing. And I got caught. I'm so embarrassed.
Burke ended up pleading guilty to 3 felonies. It's hard to fight when you filmed yourself with your hand in the cookie jar. Justin Augustine. Lieutenant Rick Byron could not believe his ears.
What'd you say? What do you mean you're f***ed up?
Officer Justin Augustine had just told him that he totaled his cruiser because he was trying to pee while driving. Not something anyone in their right mind would do together, but he could see from Augustine's bloodshot eyes and slurred speech that he was just the right amount of drunk to do those 2 things together. Back at the station, Byron found Augustine exchanging words with officers.
He needs to... Yeah, Augie, come here. Let's go out here in the garage.
He was not cuffed, and he was armed. Once he'd been disarmed, Byron told him he would be going to the hospital to take a test, but Augustine refused.
We're going to go down and do a drug and alcohol test down at the hospital, you and I. And you don't need all your gear, so... All right, what else do you got on you? You got a pocket knife, huh?
I'm done.
What's going on, though? Tell me what's going on, bud.
I'm done.
What do you mean you're done? You're going to go with me to take the test, Augie? You're refusing it? You don't want to do that.
I'm done.
As the officer tried to find out what was wrong, Augustine became more and more argumentative, even swearing at him.
Don't play this game with me, bud. I'm trying to help you out here.
You ain't doing shit.
Well, I can't do stuff. I'm just doing what I got to do, Augie. It's my job. If you want to leave, go ahead and leave. All right, let's go. Let's go. Come on, Augie. Don't do this, man. It ain't worth it.
Then he headed out of the station ready to go home. But when Byron asked him if he was okay to drive, Augustine's attitude did a total 180 and he broke into tears.
Are you okay to drive, brother?
Yeah.
Seriously, I'm worried about you.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get going then. Do what you got to do, all right? Augie, you need to get it. You need to relax. No, huh? What'd you say? Who is? You just wrecked a cruiser. It's not the end of the world. I know, it's not the end of the world. We can do this, Augie. If you just go down and take the test like we're asking you, if you do that, then we can at least get that cleared to where you can come back to work.
Byron tried to convince Augustine to take the test, but Augustine walked off, only to break down again.
Seriously, Augie, I'm trying to help you, bud. Huh? What'd you say? I don't want to... What'd you say? What do you mean you're f***ed up? Alcohol? Pills? What are you talking about? Huh? Okay. All right. All right, Augie.
Then he did a 180 again and swore at Byron.
Help me understand, Justin.
What the fuck?
You talking about just in the head? Huh? We don't need to do this, Augie.
What?
Come on. We don't. Why are you doing this like? Why are you doing me like that?
Augustine later admitted that he drank earlier that day.
How much did you drink today, Augie? A lot. You know he's going to want to do a test, right?
When Byron told him he wouldn't be driving home, Augustine flew into a rage.
Well, I can't let you drive the car home unless we test.
Do?
What am I going to do?
Yeah.
Is that the way you're going to do this? You're about to get yourself arrested, bud.
For what?
What do you mean? What am I going to do? I can't let you drive. So you try to get in that car, I got to stop you, and then you're going to start fighting with me. What is that going to do? Huh?
Byron finally convinced Augustine to return to the station while they decided what to do with him. Augustine was so wasted that he literally fell off his seat several times. Eventually, an officer had to hold on to him to keep him seated. He resigned from the force, and after the investigation, he was found guilty of handling a weapon under the influence and operating a vehicle while under the influence. He was sentenced to 1 year of probation, 177 days of suspended jail time, a $300 fine, and court costs. Getting your car totaled and losing your job in 1 day is insane, but this wasn't the only time an officer has driven around drunk.
It's all good. I'll make sure you don't fall.
But before we get to that, Nate Meyer. A shocking scene occurred in East Mississippi, Colorado on 29 March 2019. There were fire service trucks and several Aurora police officers on standby, and it all revolved around one patrol car. 2 people reported seeing a car parked in the middle of the road with the engine still running. In the driver's seat sat Officer Nathan Meyer. His foot remained on the brake and he was dead to the world around him. A health emergency or a gunshot wound? Officers on the scene racked their heads, wondering what could be wrong. But when they tried to disarm him, they were instantly hit with the unmistakable odor of alcohol.
He's good. I got his belt. Where's his duty arm?
We got it.
Okay.
Meyer wasn't injured or hurt, he was just drunk. He remained unconscious as they got him out of the car. He was then transported to a hospital and later sent home. But if you thought that this disgraceful event would end with Meyer getting any charges, you'd be in for a surprise. The department's chief, Nick Metz, labeled the incident as a medical event and brushed it off as cops being exposed to stress.
No charges for an Aurora police officer found passed out, drunk, and armed behind the wheel of his cruiser in Aurora.
Body cam footage from the incident shows that several officers switched off their cameras when comments about Meyer being intoxicated were made.
He's a little intoxicated.
So there was no evidence to press DUI charges against Meyer, which irritated the DA.
I'm frustrated because, bottom line is, if one of us had been in that car and not Officer Nate Meyer, you ask me, do I think it would have been treated differently? I do.
However, during an internal affairs investigation, Meyer submitted his hospital report and his blood alcohol level was stated as 5 times more than the legal limit. He later admitted he'd gone home and drank vodka in the middle of his shift, but he had no memory of the incident until he woke up in the hospital. The only punishment he faced was getting demoted, but he still works at the police department. Covering up a drunk officer happens a lot more than you'd imagine, but it's a lot harder to do when the drunken moment is caught in 4K. Oscar Mayorga. On July 4th, 2022, a couple in Lake County, Florida saw a patrol car run a stop sign and swerve across the road. They immediately called the police.
All over the road, stopping in the middle of the street, off the road, running stop signs. A lot of stuff going on.
It didn't take long before a responding officer spotted a squad car driving erratically. When he pulled the vehicle over, he immediately spotted an officer with the Opopka Police Department, Oscar Mayorga. He'd been with the department for 5 years. As the officer got Mayorga out of the car and disarmed him, Mayorga gave a plausible reason for his behavior.
Any other weapons?
No, but I'm prone to seizures. You're prone to seizures? Okay, I'll turn my lights off real quick for you, all right? Here, let's just lean against my car real quick, all right?
Mayorga slurred his words and explained that he was on his way to clock in for his shift. Throughout the exchange, Mayorga could barely hold himself up.
It's all good. I'll make sure you don't fall. It's all good. I'll make sure you don't fall. All right?
I'm prone to seizures.
Here, you want to sit down? You want to sit down? Here, you can sit down in the grass if you want.
One officer was not convinced that Mayorga was having seizures and went to have a look in his car. He soon found a better explanation for Mayorga's strange behavior. The officers confronted Mayorga about their suspicions, but he continued to claim he was on medications.
Did you do anything to celebrate today, man?
No, sir.
No? Listen, man. It's better to be honest. In our profession,
I took a lot of Benadryl.
Listen, in our profession, you know it's best to be honest, right?
No, I know. Okay, I know. I took these Benadryls.
There is a open container of alcohol in your vehicle. Have you been drinking at all today?
No, that's maybe 3 days old.
Okay.
Paramedics were called to check him out, and that was when Mayorga finally admitted what he'd been up to that day.
I had 3 tall boys. 3 tall boys?
But he refused any sobriety test for the most unbelievable reason.
I'm gonna ask you again, are you willing to perform center field sobriety exercises, man?
If this is gonna put me in jail now.
Well, that alone doesn't put you in jail, you should know that.
I'm just trying to go to work, sir.
You're just trying to go home?
Work.
You're trying to go to work right now?
Yes, sir.
Your condition, you're definitely not going to go to work right now.
He made one last plea as the officers took him in.
I am really just begging you. I don't want to go to jail.
Listen.
Well, hey, we're gonna detain you and we're gonna figure it out, okay? Go ahead. Don't get a resistance. No, of course not. No, of course not.
They conducted a breathalyzer test at the station, and his blood alcohol level was almost 5 times the legal limit. Mayorga's supervisor arrived and couldn't hide his disappointment.
Yeah, you can pretty much guarantee that. Hey, sir, shortly it's gonna
He was later charged with driving under the influence and placed on administrative leave with full pay. Driving drunk in a patrol car is terrible, but at least he didn't run around screaming about being a cop to everyone who could hear, like this next officer, Sarah Mooney. Around 9 p.m. one night in November 2022, Orlando Police Department officers were called to a collision. 31-year-old Sarah Mooney, an officer with the Opopka Police Department, was the first person they met. From the first words out of her mouth, it was clear the officers would be in for a difficult night.
Okay, anything on you, guns or anything? No, not at all.
Mooney continued to swear as the officers tried to find out what had happened.
If you guys are good to go, if you want to, whatever you want to do. I'm talking to them. If you're law enforcement, you know better than to be talking to us like this. Then you know better than to be talking to us like this.
They decided to approach the person who was not swearing at them and didn't reek of alcohol.
Do you have your license, registration, everything? I do. Okay. I'll be right back. Just get that together for me.
The man quickly took the officer through the events that had played out that night.
What happened?
So I'm pulling off of the ramp. Obviously, like the road closed. Slow down to a stop. Look back, and I see headlights. But
you're in this lane. What?
Coming off ramp, and it's closed. So I see headlights. Like look over, and I don't even see headlights.
He'd been rear-ended by the woman, who immediately told him she was a cop. But he had managed to get the most shocking part of the confrontation on his phone.
I'm a cop.
Sorry.
You're good.
Hey, excuse me? Obviously, idiots didn't lock the door, but whatever.
No, no one expects someone to do it. Right now. I need you to hit my car right now. Don't come at me, ma'am. Nothing.
I would ask you.
Nothing.
I would ask
I'm a cop. That's the driver's side?
This right here.
Yeah, right here.
Okay.
Mooney had come around to his door, pulled the door open, and pushed his arm away when he tried to close the door. When the officer returned to Mooney and asked her to get her things from her car, Mooney was outraged.
Why are you doing this? Doing what? I don't want you to get hit by a car. That's honestly the truthful reason. I always walk people across the street. So am I. Come here, come on.
She then gave her version of events, claiming that she was the one who'd been hit.
What happened with the crash?
So I was coming in here and he hit me as I was coming in.
Where's your damage?
Front. I don't think there's even any damage to it.
Okay.
None of the officers bought her little story, but Mooney continued proclaiming her innocence.
As far as her giving me a ticket, I'm a law enforcement officer.
Okay.
So he literally ran into me as I was coming off, like driving here. He hit me.
I feel you.
The only issue was that other witnesses said she'd been swerving recklessly.
I mean, you know how it works. We have an independent witness that you don't know, he doesn't know, that says differently. It says they saw you.
He's a fucking last one.
Okay. Why do you think that?
Because he yelled at me the second I got out of my car and went up to him and tried to talk to him.
Realizing that the cards were stacked against her, this officer of the law decided to brainstorm on how she could get back at the man she'd hit for not being nice.
So as far as him not being nice, how do I go about challenging him?
For being nice?
No, like we literally met each other right here. He was not the nicest person. And I feel like he's doing this because of where we're at right now.
Once the officer informed Mooney that the man didn't need to be nice to her, he told her she would be getting a ticket, which seemed to confuse her all over again, and she became combative, demanding to see the witness.
But you're giving me a ticket for what?
For careless driving, because you caused the crash.
How did I cause a crash?
Your vehicle that you were driving hit another vehicle.
So you're saying that I hit his vehicle?
That's what our independent witness is there. I wasn't there.
Where's the independent witness?
They already left. We just left it on. We got a sworn statement from them, and then we have them on body camera saying what they observed.
You have a sworn statement right now saying that someone else said that I swerved into his white car.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
But Muni did not know the ticket was just the tip of the iceberg. Her bizarre behavior had raised red flags.
So while we've been interacting with you, myself, other officers, the witnesses, they've been able to smell the odor of alcohol on you, just your speech, your bloodshot eyes, your mannerisms, okay? So we have reason to believe that you might be under the influence of drugs and or alcohol. Okay, so at this point in time, I am conducting a criminal DUI investigation and a battery investigation as well.
Sure.
Okay, so I'm going to read you your rights. I understand you know how this works, okay? I need you, when I ask you these questions, I just need a verbal yes or no to make sure you understand what I'm explaining to you, okay?
Okay.
As the officer asked her questions about what she'd been up to, Muni was evasive and wouldn't give a definite answer.
Okay, where are you coming from right now?
From not far from here.
Not far from here? Okay. And what's not far from here? Where exactly? Winter Park area?
Yep.
Okay. We're in Winter Park.
Winter Park.
Okay.
Even saying what she'd had to drink was like pulling teeth.
How much have you had to drink tonight?
What do you think?
I'm asking you.
Muni also denied confronting the man and couldn't explain why she kept announcing she was an officer.
Why did you tell him so many times that you were a cop?
I'm not sure.
Even a simple question about her drinking level flew off the rails.
On a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being completely sober and 10 being completely drunk, what do you think you're at?
I've not drank.
So obviously you have to.
Can you drink though and still drive and not be under the legal limit? Can be under.
You can't. Okay, that's not what I asked. That's not what I asked you though.
Muni refused to take the sobriety test, but it was dawning on her that she wasn't fooling anyone, and she soon found herself placed in cuffs. In the back seat, Muni began threatening and swearing to get her chief involved.
You know how the Orange County Jail works.
Sir, you didn't give me
like this. You're gonna get safe booked, and you know how that goes. Okay.
Sir,
we're trying.
I didn't do anything to be safe booked.
You're under arrest. The way you're acting is
for what?
Okay.
For what?
For DUI and battery.
For what?
Okay.
Battery on what?
On the person you hit.
Who?
Okay.
I didn't hit anyone. I didn't hit anyone. Who said it? Because you're gonna catch charge for this.
It seems her chief didn't come through because not only was she charged with first-degree misdemeanor of driving under the influence, battery, and false imprisonment, but she was also suspended from the police force without pay. If found guilty, she'll face up to 5 years in prison. You might think that only young officers use their position to escape trouble, but just like Muni, this next officer can't stop reminding everyone who he is. James French. In the early hours of 12 March 2023, an officer spotted an unmarked city-owned SUV speeding and swerving between lanes. He caught up with the vehicle just after it pulled into a private residence. The officer barely got to the car before the driver slid out and introduced himself.
Drunk?
No, the captain.
Huh? A what?
Captain.
Of what? The big. Don't reach in your pocket. Get back in your car.
Undeterred, the officer ordered him back into the car, where the man continued to repeat that he was a captain.
You've been drinking tonight, sir.
I'm a captain of the police department.
What police department?
Oklahoma City.
And he was James French, captain of the Investigations Bureau of the Oklahoma City Police Department. The only thing was that this officer didn't care who he was. He was not impressed by French's continuous motions that he turn off his camera.
How much we had to drink tonight, sir?
Please.
Huh? I'm not turning my camera off.
Okay.
Realizing that this officer wasn't going to play ball, French started answering questions about how his night had gone.
How much we drink tonight, sir?
I was at a poker game.
Uh-huh. Because you were swerving all over when you turn off here, you didn't use your signal.
I'm sorry.
How much you drink at your poker game?
Not much.
Not much? How much is not much?
I don't know.
Beer? Liquor?
Yeah.
How many beers?
3 or 4.
French agreed to go through the various field sobriety tests, but barely made it through the first one before stumbling.
You may begin.
1,000.
He immediately resorted to pleading to the officer to turn off his camera.
Sir,
I cannot, sir. Please. I know you're aware of our body cam policy. You know I cannot turn off this body camera.
French changed his tactic when the officer refused and begged for a one-on-one chat.
But I'd like to talk to you. I can't do that, sir. Please.
Again, the officer turned him down flat. This time, French reminded the officer of his position in the force.
I'm asking you. I'm a captain on the police department. I understand that, sir.
It didn't work. Instead, the officer snapped at him.
I am a sergeant on this police officer, and I've taken an oath to uphold the law. I don't show favoritism to anyone, regardless. I don't care if you're a gangbanger or the President of the United States.
Sir, I'm not asking you for that.
After a few more failed tests, 55-year-old French was arrested and taken into custody.
Yeah, we'll turn the camera off now.
Thank you.
He was booked into the Oklahoma County Detention Center and placed on administrative leave with pay while the department investigated the DWI incident. But this wasn't as bad as when an officer ran a red light and almost caused a crazy accident because he had a little too much. Michael Roadside. Troopers responded to a fender bender in Monmouth, New Jersey.
This woman is at the Monmouth rest area saying that one of your troopers just was involved in a motor vehicle accident with her. Ma'am, is he injured?
No, but I think he's been drinking. His shirt's all hanging out.
Is he in uniform?
His uniform was turned inside out. His belly's hanging out.
At first, it looked like an officer had already beat them to the crash. Then they realized that the patrol car had rear-ended the other car. The responding officer immediately approached the patrol car, and the officer gave a rambling statement about what had happened.
I had a prostate surgery. Okay. I'm on anesthesia right now. I'm trying to get home to send a message. Okay. I will pay for her, whatever I have to do. Okay. What happened? You get it from behind? Like, I can't, I gotta get home. Okay. Alright, fair enough.
This is Michael Roadside, a 28-year-old veteran with the force. He was supposed to be working on a construction detail, but he had a different day planned for himself. Roadside also claimed that the crash had happened because the driver had stopped her car abruptly, but the 50-year-old trooper reeked of alcohol, and he had a cardboard case of Coors Light, and 2 open containers were later found in his cruiser. But when the officer approached the car's driver that had been hit, she had a different story to tell.
How you doing?
Not good.
You okay? 3 John 7134, we're back in business.
This guy, he got out of the car, I saw his shovel, his uniform's inside out. I got out of the car, he told me, I'm like, are you going to call the cops? You're going to take care of this. He said, I'll take care of it.
Kimberly Wilson had been sitting at a stop sign when the patrol car ran into her. She also had some juicy bits that Roadside had left out.
Also, when I pulled, he was in the gas station, I was getting gas.
Oh, back there?
Yeah, he was in front of me.
He what?
He was in front of me.
Okay.
And he stopped right in the middle, and so I had to back up and go around them. And then I came up here, and when I stopped for the light, for the stop sign, I didn't hit me. He said, I'll take care of it. He says, I'll write you a check for $1,000. I said, are you a cop? He said, yeah, I'm a cop.
Learning that Roadside had offered her a bribe not to report the incident put a whole new spin on the accident. After being placed in the back of a cruiser, Roadside kept telling the trooper that he wanted to go home, but the only place this drunk was going was to the police station. Roadside was later found to have a blood alcohol level of 0.16, which is twice the legal limit. He was charged with driving while intoxicated, careless driving, and having an open alcohol container in a vehicle. He was also suspended from duty without pay. At his court appearance, Roadside confessed to drinking 9 beers. He pleaded guilty to drunk driving, and the other charges were dismissed. He got no jail time. Instead, Roadside was ordered to pay a $386 fine and fulfill 12 hours at a resource center for intoxicated drivers. His license was also suspended for 7 months. Austin Hopp. In June 2020, workers at a local Walmart called the Loveland police on Karen Garner, accusing her of shoplifting. But that wasn't quite what happened. Though the 73-year-old woman left the store without paying for $14 worth of items, Walmart employees had confronted her outside. When she asked them to let her pay, they refused and took the items. By the time Officer Austin Hopp had caught up with her, she was picking flowers along the side of a nearby road. When she tried to walk away, Hopp sprang into action, tackling the older woman.
You want to stop? Lights on, siren, stop. You just left Walmart. Do you need to be arrested right now? No. Okay. Let's stop. Come on. Come on.
I'm going home.
No, on the ground. Stay on the ground.
I'm not going anywhere.
Why are you fighting with me? And why are you trying to slip the cuffs off?
Another officer, Daria Jalali, soon arrived but did nothing to help de-escalate the situation.
I'm going
Quit!
Ow!
Are you finished?
I'm going home.
Hey, stand up. We're not going to hold you.
Just sit down.
I'm going home.
Sit down.
I'm going home.
Get in the car.
The violent arrest caught the attention of a worried bystander, and he confronted Hop.
Quit.
What? What are you doing? Get out of here. This is not your business. Come on.
Hop's attempt to chase him off didn't work, and the man stayed right there, waiting for his supervisor.
What's that?
Where's your sergeant?
Who's my sergeant?
Yeah.
Okay, well, first, I can tell you that. Sergeant Metzler, he's at the police department. You can go talk to him if you have an issue.
Yeah, give me your car so I can put a report.
Okay.
I see you there, how you throw the little kid.
Little kid?
Well, I don't know.
It's not a little kid. And this is what happened.
He was just walking, and I see you how you grab him.
Stole from Walmart and refused to stop, refused to listen to lawful orders, and to fight me. This is what happens when you fight the police. I have to use force to safely detain her. That's what this is. This isn't just some random act of aggression.
Oh, well,
I don't know if you realize that.
Yeah, well, the way that I see it from over there, you know, I was like, that's not...
But you see, you don't know the whole situation. That's the thing.
Yeah, you know, but it's like...
But knowing the situation, do you feel differently now?
Oh, yeah. But
That's
you know,
it.
like seeing it from there, that guy just walking.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
But right here, she wasn't running.
I get that.
I see her walking right there. You pull over.
I gotta deal with this. You hang tight, okay?
Officer Jalali was still struggling with Garner, so Hop came up with the bright idea to hogtie the 73-year-old.
All right. Here.
I'm going home.
Pick your feet up.
Okay, let's
Give me my card.
get her out over here on the ground. We can hobble her, and then we'll get her in the car. On the out. Stop doing that.
When their supervisor, Phil Metzler, showed up, all three put her in the back seat.
1, 2, 3.
Come on, stand. Down. Yep.
Hey, we're gonna sit in the car, okay?
I want my credit card.
We'll get it.
I want my credit card.
Then Metzler spoke to the concerned witness and tried to dismiss his concerns.
And I see it walking, and then I see him throwing it to the ground. That person wasn't even running or anything. I was like, that's not okay, you know?
Yeah.
So that's why I came and I'm like, hey, that's not the way to react. But he said that she was running or whatever, you know, which we didn't see it that way. That way that
Do you know who she is?
No.
Do you know where she's coming from?
No.
Do you know what crime she's committed?
I just see her coming.
Do you know what crime she's committed?
But I just see him walking right there, you know?
I'm just asking you.
No,
Do
I
you
don't-
know any
I
of the
don't
story?
know. No.
So all you did was just take a brief little view of it, and you don't know the rest of the story?
No, I don't know because
Okay.
I see the lady walking right here.
Yeah.
She was walking, you know? So if you're parking over there and you see a person walking, and the next thing you see a cop throwing it to the ground when she's not using force or nothing, how is there gonna be your reaction?
Just when you think things can't get any worse, these officers took it up a notch. Back at the station, after exchanging fist bumps over the arrest of this dangerous 5-foot-tall 73-year-old woman, they talked about the arrest and laughed as they watched the body camera.
Do you think she's born in 46? Mm-hmm. She thinks it. She told him. She's 73. Yeah, I'm a little worried that, like, you know, the patient is gonna find this or refuse. We'll get it out of the car and he's like, I'm gonna run. Nice.
How do you think that went?
Well, that went crazy.
You do?
Did you know? Yeah, we talked a little bit, but she's so little. I was like, I'm gonna say, hey, I'm fighting. Have everyone in the city run code and train for her. Yeah. I was like, I'm fine, I can handle it. I mean, dog. So, I was like, alright, let's wrestle, girl. Right on the ground, all that stuff.
But even though both officers knew Garner was seriously hurt, none of them lifted a finger to help. She was kept in a holding cell, handcuffed to a bench, and later booked into jail. 6 hours later, a doctor found out the elderly woman had suffered a dislocated shoulder, fractured an arm, and sprained a wrist. The body cam footage went viral and sparked public outrage.
Disturbing video showing the violent arrest of an older woman with dementia.
Garner's family sued the department and won $3 million. As for the 3 officers involved in the arrest, they all resigned, but if they thought that was the end of it, they had another thing coming. Hop was charged with assault causing serious bodily injury, attempt to influence a public servant, and official misconduct, and sentenced to 5 years in prison. His partner, Jalali, was charged with failure to report the use of force, failure to intervene, and official misconduct. She was sentenced to 45 days in prison and 3 years probation. They'll have enough time to explain why they thought beating an old, frail woman was a good idea. Speaking of bad ideas, have you heard of this totally insane cop who tried to get a woman locked up in a psych ward because she broke up with him? But first, Christopher Police. This is one officer who screams hostile work environment. Literally. On November 19, 2019, a 911 call came from a convenience store in Sunrise, Florida about a man fighting shoppers. Officers arrived and quickly got him in cuffs, but getting him into the patrol car was proving difficult.
Watch your head getting into the car. Ah, miss, can you stop pulling the car? Just get in the car and you'll be fine. Get in the car. Get in the car. Put in the car. Oh my wrist, I can't. Once you get in the car, she'll let go. So watch you said it,
So just get in the car. Alright, just get in the car.
Can y'all just tell her to stop?
Okay, get in the car.
Get in the car.
At that moment, their sergeant, Christopher Police, pulled up.
Let go. So watch you said it,
So just get in the car. Alright, just get in the car.
Police had been with the force for 21 years, but if you expected him to use any of that experience to de-escalate the situation, you're in for a surprise. The suspect was already taking a seat when police walked up and immediately pushed his way in.
Get in the car. All right, I'm getting in. Get your feet in. What's up?
Without provocation, he started waving a canister of pepper spray in the suspect's face and screaming.
You want to play games? You play with the wrong mother. What you gotta do, man? You gonna mace me, mace me. Look at me, mother. You wanna play games? You ever get disrespectful with my officers, I will remove your soul from your body. Do what you gotta do.
A junior female officer nearby sprang into action when the sergeant's screams reached a fever pitch.
Do what you gotta do.
No.
Police was livid and instantly turned on her.
No. Touch me again. Sir. Get the off.
Sir.
Then he stormed off, only to return a few minutes later saying this.
Everybody turn off their cameras.
Unfortunately for police, getting off the hook wasn't easy. He was arrested and handed 4 charges, including tampering with evidence and assault on a peace officer. If he's found guilty, he'll be facing 11 years behind bars. It's crazy how many officers think they can get away with anything once they have a badge. Officer Davis went as far as trying to get his ex into a mental hospital. Ronald Davis. On August 21st, 2023, Ronald Davis, an off-duty Pennsylvania state trooper, chased Michelle Perfanoff through the backwoods of Pennsylvania. When Davis caught up with her, he forcibly restrained her by sitting on her legs for close to 10 minutes.
I'm not going to any jail. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm not going anywhere. Absolutely not.
After pleading with him to no avail, Perfanoff struggled to break out of his grip.
I didn't do anything wrong except disagree with you. Let me go. You can't just tackle me like that. Get off of
me. But Davis put his arms around her neck and shoved her against a vehicle.
Get up. I'm doing wrong.
What's your intent, please?
Please. Please.
The The police eventually arrived, and Davis told them that she wanted to off herself, so she was taken to a mental health clinic, only to be released 5 days later and deemed mentally sound. Well, that's because Davis had made it all up. Perfanoff was not just anyone. She was the ex-girlfriend the married trooper had been seeing for months. When Perfanoff ended things, Davis didn't take it well, so he used his position to get her involuntarily committed.
The video shows that this would not be appropriate to get a 302 commitment on her.
After getting suspended and arrested, Davis was charged with unlawful restraint, false imprisonment, and official oppression, and has been held without bail. If Davis is found guilty, he'll be facing 12 years behind bars. Losing your career because you can't handle rejection is insane, but it's still not as wild as when this officer tried to frame his daughter's boyfriend, John Kovac. On April 18, 2018, John Kovac told internal investigators that he pulled Makai Coleman's car after it almost ran into his patrol car while speeding. But the officer's dash cam told a different story. For one, the car was going at a regular speed when it was pulled over. Kovac immediately ordered the car's driver, 18-year-old Makai Coleman, out of the car.
You can get out.
Coleman demanded to know what he'd done, and Kovac's reply was as shocking as it gets.
You're going to jail. Get out. Have a seat in my car. We'll make it up as we go.
He even baited the teen before tossing him into the back seat.
Go ahead, get smart, so I can do something to you, even more.
A call came over the radio over a road rage incident, but Kovac ignored it.
Can I tell you about a car?
Bill's advising a white female in a blue Jeep, burned them with a gun. She's in a Ford Focus, maroon.
He was on the job, or was he? You see, this wasn't a regular traffic stop. Kovac was trying to end his 18-year-old daughter's relationship with a boy he didn't like anyhow he could. The mother of one of the teens in the car lived nearby, and Kovac confronted her, demanding to know if his daughter was in her home.
She has a 1015 permit.
Your dad know my daughter's in your house? Yeah. Is your ma there? My daughter in there?
Would like to check? Not here.
Why is her computer there?
I just come from my kids
When the woman refused to allow him in, Kovac threatened her.
I don't know. So if I check and you're lying to me, you're going to jail.
Tail between his legs, Kovac let the teen go. That was when he realized his daughter had been in the car all along.
She's in the car. I didn't even see you.
That's 26 years of policing for you. He ordered her out of the car and let the boyfriend go.
In my car. Go ahead, you guys are good. Ma'am, they could go with you. In my car. Goodbye. 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 In my car.
You can't. You can't take me. I am 18.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Hey, well, you can get back in the car. You're in the
No, you're not. Get in my car.
Why are you taking me?
Get in my car.
Why are you taking me?
Caitlin screamed and cried as her father drove off.
She's going to the hospital because she said she was going to kill herself Friday.
No, I didn't!
Where
I did not!
Text message, anything?
I did not!
Yes.
What?
You have anything?
I did not!
You're going to go to the hospital, all right?
No, I'm not! I never said this!
You told me Friday.
I never did! What do you mean? I wasn't even with you!
Kovac was put on leave 4 hours after this incident, and within days, he was fired from the police department for good. It might sound like a stretch, but Kovac wasn't the first officer to use his position to get his way. Wait till you hear about the officer who arrested a Good Samaritan, Paul Ash. On September 22nd, 2019, Preston Sull and his girlfriend spotted a man trapped under his bike and stopped to help. He was waiting to see how the man fared when Officer Paul Ash of the Loveland Police Department arrived on the scene and made a beeline for Preston.
Where is the bike at?
The bike's parked down on the side. Yeah, the blue one there. We pulled it off.
Okay, you might come and talk to me?
I don't know what happened.
Well, you pulled the bike off him.
I'm not talking to nobody.
Really?
These guys saw what happened. I didn't.
Okay, if you're not talking to anybody, you can leave.
Well, you can leave.
No.
You're dismissed.
We no.
Can't leave. We can't leave. I'm not leaving.
Okay, then come and talk to me.
No, I'm not going to come talk to you.
Police officer, man. Just...
I know.
Did you pull the bike? Did you pull the bike off him?
I'm not going to come talk to him.
Did you pull the bike off him?
I did not.
You just told me you did.
It has nothing to do with me.
Okay, you're free to leave.
You're free to leave.
What's his name?
Preston. That's all I know.
Preston what?
I don't know.
You got an ID on your boss? I'm gonna need an ID now. Okay.
After Preston said he was not answering any questions and refused to show his ID, Ash immediately called for backup and started issuing threats.
177. I got an uncooperative witness. Come on over here.
Constitutional right.
I need to talk to you.
Constitutional right. No.
I need to talk to you.
I don't want to talk to you.
You have to talk to me.
I don't want to talk. No, I don't.
You do.
No, I don't.
Okay, you've inserted yourself.
I came down here to help them. So, no, I don't have to talk to anybody.
This is going to go one of two ways.
I don't have to talk to anybody.
This is going to go
I
one
don't
of
have
two
to talk
ways.
to anybody.
Okay, either you're going to sit here and talk to me, we'll just have a short conversation, or I'm going to arrest you for obstruction.
No, you're not. I'm not obstructing anything.
You are.
You're right here.
Okay.
I'm not obstructing nothing.
When Saul still refused to play ball, Ash placed him under arrest.
Take this, Sherry.
I'm already doing it. It's right here. Turn around.
No, you're wrong.
Turn around.
My constitutional rights. I don't have to talk to you. I don't have to ID myself.
The vicious struggle left Saul with a dislocated shoulder, a fractured collarbone, a torn rotator cuff, and many scrapes and bruises. Amidst protests, Saul was bundled to a police cruiser.
There's no reason for this. There's no reason for this. Get my phone, Sherry. This is up. Videotape this.
All you had to do was talk to me.
I didn't want to talk to you. I didn't have to talk to you.
Doesn't matter.
I didn't have to talk to you. I don't know what happened. He came over. We saw him down. I came to help him get his bike up.
Okay, and that's what I need to talk to you.
That's right.
So if you've inserted yourself,
let me go.
If you've inserted yourself, you need to talk to me.
I don't need to talk to you. I'm not instructing anything.
You are under arrest for obstruction.
I'm
and
not
now for resisting.
I want to talk to your supervisor. I want to talk to your supervisor.
The police department.
Right? No. I want to talk to him right now.
You can talk to him before you go to jail.
I'm not going to jail.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything. I helped the guy get his bike up.
That's why you
need to talk to me. And I'm obstructing.
The only problem, the officer knew Saul was not a witness to the accident.
Okay. You're here?
Yeah.
I need statements from the guy in the blue plaid shirt.
Okay.
The guy in the black Eagles thing.
Okay.
He was the one who moved his bike over there, or was moving it.
The Eagles jersey moved it over there?
Yep.
Okay.
Yet they charged him with obstruction of justice, resisting arrest, and tampering with physical evidence offense for lifting the bike off the injured man. The bogus charges were later tossed out, but Saul had to get shoulder replacement surgery after the incident. He sued the 3 police officers involved in the takedown and was awarded $290,000. As for Officer Saul, he was put on unpaid administrative leave for a couple of weeks, but after another incident, he was kicked off the force.